Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelo and you're watching Nelostitches. So today's video is going to be on how to sew this, how to cut and sew this beautiful dress you are seeing. So sorry guys, the video came late as you guys requested. To be frank with you guys, I saw this clothes 1 week because of my toddler and my new baby, and I don't have help, so I'm sorry the video is coming late, but nevertheless today we'll be sewing it. And please like and share this video, it will help the channel grow. Okay, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time I upload new video. Okay, to start, I'm going to make a correction. I made a mistake on the pattern drafting of this tutorial. So the pattern drafting video, this is the allowance we added, the 2 inches allowance we added because of the bust dart. And here at the center front, I made the mistake and cut it out, which I am not supposed to do. The center front is supposed to be 20 inches long, while the side is normal 18 inches long. Normally the back panel and the front panel is not supposed to be the same length at the waistline. Okay, so this is 4.25. Let me show you what I mean. When you place it here and you take it down, you see it shrinks back to 18 inches because we have closed the bust dart. Okay, it's no longer 20 inches, it's 18 inches. But the center front, and this will make the back panel and the front panel align with each other. Okay, when you are joining your side, the back and the front, it will be the same 18 inches, but the center front is going to remain the 20 inches and length. Okay, which is normal. When you sew this part, it will shrink back together. Okay, when you sew your bustier, when you join this together, the center front will shrink back to your normal waistline. It will be perfect. Okay, so that is the correction I wanted to make. Thank you. So I have a tutorial on this pattern. I'm going to link it on the description below for you to watch. It's very detailed, and we made it from the normal basic body. Okay, so I have my fabric unfold here now, and this is the center front. I'm going to take there. This part is the center front. Okay, so you'll be cutting here unfold. You cut here unfold like this. Okay, remember my fabric is unfold already. Okay, I folded it into 2, so this center front is going to be cut unfold, while the side you will cut 2 of the side. So I'm holding it with pin so that I will be able to cut it easily. Okay, so you just use pin and secure it like this, and I'll place the other one like this. So this one is going to be 2. Make sure you have allowance between them, because you'll be adding half an inch sewing allowance in between. Okay, so you'll be adding allowance here. Make sure you have up to like 1.5 seam allowance in there. So now I'll be cutting this out. So at this, from this point here, you add half inch sewing allowance. Okay, you add half inch seam allowance. I should have marked this out, but I actually made a mistake. I wanted to eyeball it, but I made a mistake. It's not up to half an inch. So but if you're cutting yours, add half inch seam allowance. And at the down part here, I like adding 2 inches extra seam allowance. I'm going to cut out the excess when I am done joining my fabric. Okay, so you add half inch seam allowance. At the side here, I'll add extra 1 inch. When we were making the pattern, I added 1 inch to the pattern, so here I'll be adding 1 inch again. That means it's going to be 2 inch seam allowance. Okay, so I added extra 1 inch seam allowance to the side, and now I'll cut. I'll also do the same thing at the down part, 2 inch seam allowance. Like I said, I'm going to trim that out after cutting my After joining my fabrics together, I'll trim out the excess allowance from the down part. So from here you add half an inch sewing allowance. Okay, so next I'm going to notch my underbust and my bust line. So I'm notching the underbust now, and here is the bust. I'm notching it also. You do the same on this pattern. Okay, you do the same on the center front. Okay, so here you're going to notch the bust line and also the underbust, so that when you are sewing you will match them together. You will know which one is which. So for the back panel is your normal basic bodice back, nothing added. The only difference here is the neckline. I use the V neckline. Okay, it's the same thing. That is what I have marked already. Here I have my chest line, my bust line 11, my waistline, and then the 2 inches I added to the pattern to this. So here is my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inch sewing allowance, and my armhole I went in by half an inch just to curve the armhole, and the dart is 1 inch above the bust line, and then you mark half an inch on both sides just like normal back. My zipper allowance 1.5, then the neck width of 4 inch, which I used on this pattern also, and then the depth of the neck I used 8 inch for the neck. You can do deeper, so but I don't want it that deep, and then I connected it as a V neck. Okay, I connected it as a V, is a V neck, and then I slant my shoulder with 1 inch. Okay, I slant my shoulder with 1 inch. So on the waistline I'm going to contour my waistline. On the waistline I'm going to come in by half an inch like this from the zipper line. Okay, and I'll connect it upwards to the bust line like this. This is to eliminate zipper bulginess at the back. Okay, so from that line now, from that half an inch, I'm going to remark my zip allowance, which is 1.5, like this. Okay, and then I'll connect it upwards to the edge here like this. So you connect as shown, like this, bringing it out this way. And now I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so I'll cut my neckline like this. So I have already taken my measurements already. I've taken all my measurements already. So on the waistline, I'm going to replace the half an inch I took from the zipper allowance like this. Okay, and then I'm going to connect. I've already marked out my measurements already, so I'm going to connect it like this. This is for me not to run shortage of fabric, okay, when joining my fabric together. So I just replace the half inch I mark out from the zipper allowance side. Okay, okay, so this is what we have. Like I said earlier, you can make yours deeper. I just use 8. You can use up to 12, 15. You can make yours deeper anyhow you want it. Okay, so but mine is not deep. So I'm going to notch my zip allowance, and then I'll set this aside. And I'll also notch my dart area. Okay, so this I'm going to iron an interfacing and also cut my bra cup, my wording for this. So I'll cut my lining exactly as I cut the fabric. Everything is going to be exactly the same. both the lining and the fabric. Okay. Okay, so here it is. I've cut my wadding. Okay, this is the center front and this is the side. I've also ironed an interfacing, so I'm going to place them like this. Make sure you place them, your bust points touching each other, and then the under bust touching each other like this. Make sure you match them together when sewing. Okay, make sure you pin them together when sewing, and I'll do the same on my lining. And this is the back panel. I'll also sew my zip side and also the same thing on the lining. And this is the skirt is ready also. I have a tutorial on how to cut a pencil skirt, although this one is dartless skirt. If you want to know how I make this, just comment below and I will do a tutorial on how to cut a dartless skirt. So here I've joined my bra cup, my front panel together. As you can see, the bust came out perfectly fine, and I have also ironed it out. So this is the lining, and this is what I mean. I've already trimmed it out on the main fabric. Okay, so I remember to show you guys. So this is what I mean. As you can see, the two side is longer than the center front. That is what I get for making that mistake. As you can see, this is exactly 18 inches. Remember, I added 2-inch extra allowance. So okay, here I'm going to just trim it out because I already have exactly the 18 inches. 18.5 is already there, including my joining allowance. Okay, so I already have my waistline measured out already. So this is why I said don't cut the center front. I've already cut that before I realized my mistake. So, and this is the front panel. So I did not cut it out. I'll just measure out my accurate 18-inch, because remember I added 2-inch allowance. So that is how I normally do. You add 2-inch allowance. So I'm marking 18.5 here now. I'm shaping my dress. So if you add extra 2-inch, so after joining, you just mark out your half length or your waistline like this. Okay, and then you trim out the excess allowance. And when you are trimming, when you are marking, remember to add 1/2 inch joining allowance. Okay, so that you can be able to join the skirt and bodice together. Okay, and I'll repeat the same process on the back panel also. So I'm going to trim out the excess here. I'll repeat the same thing at on the lining and also the back panel of the dress. So guys, if you watch up to this moment, please like and share this video. Okay, give this video a thumbs up. So here I'm going to trim out the excess at the armhole area. Okay, so any excess you have, this is the time to trim them out before you join your fabric together. Okay, please like and share this video. Okay, so now I have my sleeve. The sleeve is 3 inches on fold. That's when you open it is 6. Okay, and the length I'm working with is 9 inch. Okay, and I've turned the both side. I've sewed it both side and turned it. So here I measured from the shoulder line to where I want it to stop. Okay, that is how I got the length. And then I also measure from the shoulder line to the back also, right? So I measure from the shoulder line to where I want it to stop, and I cut ×2 of that. So this is what you do. You fold into 2 and notch, and then you place that on the shoulder line, and then you sew. Okay, you sew it down, right? Then when you flip it, this is what you're going to have. You sew with 1/2 inch, and when you flip it over, you will be left with 2.5. So you're going to place the lining on it so that you have a neat finishing. We are trying to achieve an inseam finishing, right? So this is the lining. I also joined the linings together. Okay, I joined the linings together. So before you sew the sleeve, you place your lining on it, and then you use your pin to hold it so that when you're sewing it will not shift. So remember to notch your zipper allowance. So this is my zipper allowance side. So I'll be sewing the armhole because it's not going to have sleeve. So I'll just place it in between like this, and then I'll sew. Okay, that is how I'm going to do the sleeve. And for the skirt part, I've marked out my allowance, the allowance I added to the skirt, which is 1.5, and I am going to use this now to pleat on it. So this is the length. The length, I've sewn the inside and torn it, the two edges, just like I did to the sleeve, right? Okay, you can iron an interfacing on yours if you want. As you can see, there is no interfacing on this one. If you want it to stand well or to be stiff, you can use an interfacing on it. So the length is this, the length of the skirt times 2. That is the length. And the width is 4 inches on fold. When you open it up, it's going to be 8 inch. So it's 4 inch on fold, and the length is the length of the skirt times 2, right? So I'll start pleating. So I'm going to start pleating. I'll mark 1.5 from my waistline down. 1.5. Okay. I marked 1.5. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this because I want it to be even. My pleats to be the same. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this pieces, and also get the midpoint of the skirt so that I'll match the midpoints together. From this point, I'll measure the midpoint. This is 2.5, the folding allowance I added to my skirt. I've already marked it out also. So I'll measure from that point I marked down. So this is the midpoint here. I'm going to place this notch area to it like this, and I'll pin it down. So this is how you're going to place your pieces. And then here I'm going to place this one like this. I'll use pin to secure it. So sorry guys if I'm too fast on this video. People should forgive me. Okay, so then I'm going to pleat this way. Okay, I'll be pleating it this way. I'll be using pin to secure it. But if you have any question guys concerning this video, don't hesitate to ask me on the comment below and I'll reply you. So sorry I am too fast on this video, but it's just because somebody requested that I should upload the cutting and the sewing of the princess that I cut, the video I made earlier on bust contouring, under bust and over bust tightening. That is why I uploaded this video. Okay, so please guys go and watch that one and understand how I cut the princess that part. So I'm going to pleat this all off camera and I will show you when I am done. So this is how you're going to be pleating it. So here I am through pleating it, as you can see, right? And I'll do the same thing on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is to place the back panel on it. Okay, so I'll get one part of the back panel like this, and then you make sure you know where your zipper is and where your allowance is. You also mark out your allowance also, right? So you place it this way, and then you sew with your 1.5 inch allowance that you added. Okay, that is how you are going to just sew this down part down up to the hem. Okay, I'm going to do that and show you guys. Okay, so guys, here I have already sewn my neckline. I turned my neckline with the lining. Okay, and also the armhole side. I have also sewn the armhole side, as you can see. Okay, I did the same on both sides. So now we are going to be turning this out. So I am turning it from the front panel like this. Okay, I'll bring out the other part. Okay, so this is what we have. This is it. Yeah. Okay, so this is the right side, and when you open it up you see it's neat. The sleeve side is neat, and that is your armhole area. Okay, so you just go and iron it out, press it down to look neat and flat. Guys, I forgot to do something. I forgot to top stitch on the neckline before sewing my armhole. So you need to top stitch on your neckline here before you sew your armhole. So I'm going to open this up and top stitch on the armhole. I'll just do it this way and top stitch on the neckline, sorry, not armhole. Top stitch on the lining so that your neckline will lay flat. Okay, do that before you turn your armhole. So this is the skirt, the down part. I've already joined them together, as you can see, with my 1.5 inch, and I'm going to open it up for you guys to see how it looks. So this is the inside. Okay, this is the right side, sorry, not the inside. This is the right side of the skirt. I'm moving my pins. So you secure with your pins before you sew. Okay, so guys, this is the right side of the skirt. As you can see, the pleat is out. Right. So next I'm going to join the up and down together. Okay, so now I'm going to join the upper part and the down part together. I'll place them right side facing each other like this. Right side facing the right side. This is the front side. I'm going to hold them together. There is no need of matching where that is because the skirts don't have that. I'm going to sew it down this way, and I'll do the same thing on the back panel. Just place them right side facing each other like this, and then you sew. Okay, I'm trying to achieve an inseam finishing. That is what I'm making, trying to make an inseam finishing. In case you may be wondering why I'm sewing it this way, I'm making an inseam finishing, right? Okay, so I'm done joining them together, and I've also shaped my skirts. I shaped them together. I shaped my side and also added my zipper, and next is to just add the lining, the down part of the lining to this. Okay, so this is the lining. I'm going to place it right side facing the right side of the upper part also like this, and then I will join them together. Okay, and after that I am going to use it and turn the zipper side like this. I'll just turn it up like this way. Okay, after I might have joined this, I'll turn it up like this and sew from here down to the where the lining ends. Okay, I'll do that and I will show you guys. Just fold it upward like this, and then you sew here, and then you start sewing from this point just a little bit, not too close to your zipper. Then you sew it down to where your lining ends. That is where you're going to stop, right? Okay, so guys, this is what I'm talking about. You're going to sew from here. After joining, you sew from here like I showed you. As you can see, this is the zip in between the two, the lining and the fabric. So I sewed up to where the lining ends. That is where I stop. Okay, this is where it stops, where the lining ends. So and I did the same thing on this other side. So let's turn the inside and see what we have, how it looks. So this is the right side. Let's turn the inside of the lining so that you see how neat it is inside. So this is the lining area. This is it. You see how neat it is at the back side. This is the back panel and this is the front side. Okay, it's looking so neat, and that is what we achieve. For this down part, all you need to do is to fold this way and then use hemming gum to hold it together. So I went to get my hemming gum to show you what I mean. So all you need to do is to fold this point like this, and then you put your hemming gum in between. You cut and put in between, and then you iron it to hold it together. And for the down part, the hem area, I don't want to have any stitch showing. So what I will do, I'll also use my hemming gum. I'll just fold the 2.5 inch I added for seam allowance like this. So this already has, this is the savage area, so I don't need to fold it inside. I'll just turn it this way and then put my hemming gum and iron it out, because I don't want to have a stitch at the right side. Okay, and that is all for this video. And okay, let me show you something. If you want to reshape this, maybe some people will say I don't like inseam because shaping it is difficult. It's not difficult at all. So what you need to do is to open it up, and this is the side. You either increase or reduce your size. Okay, the only place you're going to have problem is the zipper side. If the zipper spoil, that is where you have problem. You lose the lining and also lose the fabric. That is where you have problem. This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and share this video. So this is the fitting on the body. Okay, so this is how it fits. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you've not done that, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. I'm so sorry about this video if it's too fast. So sorry about that. Bye.